So here on the table of junkiness, we have a giant pile of crap. We have a lesser giant pile of crap. We have a battery that I soldered onto. Don't do that. And then we have a bag of capacitors with which we can fix one of the humongous piles of crap. We got this little cat kit from Console 5 because I'm too lazy to go and find my own capacitors. They give you this little card that tells you the orientation, or I don't know the exact word. I don't remember it. But, yeah, it gives you that little piece of paper to save you a Google search, and they give you a little bag full of capacitors that are going to be a giant pain in the butt to get on there, because I don't do surface mount, well, at least until today. So this one's the junkier of the two. Even though it still powers on, it gives off some very strange results, including rainbow bars and all this crap, but for some reason it actually still runs the game. You can't hear the audio because the capacitors for the audio board are bad, but you can still hear it with earbuds, which is kind of interesting. The one that we're going to fix is this one, which used to be my grandpa's. It's nicer. It's not as beat up. I didn't get it from a garage sale. However, it doesn't stay on. It only has a bad power board, but I'm sure over time that the screen caps and all those died too. But from what I remember, it worked better than this one has ever worked for me. So to assist me in my journey of destroying things, we have the LU Int 937, whatever the hell. It's a soldering iron, and it got it off the internet or something like that. And it's not going to work for me until I plug it in, probably. That's more like it. I'm going to set it to 420, not because I smoke weed. In fact, weed is bad for you. Do not smoke it. That's just what works for me sometimes. And then I got this soldering braid or whatever to suck some of the old bad solder off there, maybe, if I need it. Or maybe I could use this, which works sometimes. And then crappy old needle nose and fluxless solder because I'm cheap and I've never used flux. At least it turns out my shit does have a little bit of flux in it, or so at least it says, but some Chinese stuff, so I don't fucking know what it is. Well, lucky you, you can't see the first clip in where I tear this thing apart badly, because my license plate was right there, so I put a piece of cardboard there and wrote no with machine oil because I can. So this is the inside of the Game Gear, at least on the front side, and that's a lot of shit. Oh boy. It's a lot of shit we're gonna have to solder. Oh, me, and I'm gonna break it, probably. But, we'll see how this works, I suppose. Get all this cabling out of here. Let me rip this out and break it. I don't think that even comes off. I probably shouldn't even pull on that. Or that one, really. No, it does not appear that those come out. That's a pain in the butt. There's a capacitor right in there. Well, I guess I'm taking the board out anyway, so I suppose that's not a big deal. If I was smart like the other guys who do videos soldering shit, I would tell you what all these little chips do, but I think the extent of my knowledge ends at this chip right here, which is probably the CPU, and that's a screen, if you didn't know that already. Now, how does this shit come out? Like that, apparently. Oh boy, that comes... Oh boy. Oh, it's sticky. Well, I mean, hopefully that still works. Oh, there's buttons. We can clean the buttons, although I'm not going to. I should probably put the rubbers where they belong. Okay, so that's the back light. It's a little light. It has a mirror to reflect the light to the back of the screen. Fancy. So here we have a terrible angle with terrible lighting, just for your visual enjoyment, not employment. You're not being employed for this, and I do not have a fan, so I'm going to be breathing those sweet fumes. Ooh. I'm going to drop this shit on my board. I shouldn't do that. This is a bad idea. Why am I doing this? This is bad. I'm gonna fuck it up. Oh. I don't even know if I got it melted, but I did bridge those two legs, so I know it definitely won't work there. Let's try the solder sucker. Let's see if it's gonna ruin everything for me. Oh, it left a thing. Oh, this is not working very well. Well, instead, I guess I'll just break the thing off? I don't know. Alright, ugly. Get unugly. Okay, that's... This is not working for me. Let's try this business here. I get more mileage out of that sometimes when I don't burn myself. Like that. Ooh boy. There's number one. Did I burn the board? Nah. Okay. That's okay, I suppose. Oh, fuck. Remember, if you want to be successful, you probably shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. You should probably find a better video to... Oh, what the hell. Did I move these little itty-bitty dudes? Or are they just kind of like that? I think they're just kind of like that. Okay. So here's the fun part. This is where we get to put the new capacitor on. And, okay, that's positive. Okay, it says on the board. So I was going to be like, shit, I forgot. But then it told me. So that's all good now. Well, of course I can't find my little dikes, my little tiny crappy ones. So I'm just going to use this needle nose here and just going to blop it. I'll blop like that. Shit. There we go. This is gonna be shitty. Oh, this is gonna be shitty. I need to blop it some more. And then tin it. Get out of there. I'll probably break something off too while I'm at it. You know, it'd help if I bent this the direction that it needs to be, so positive would go to positive and negative would go to negative. So I'm going to go ahead and not tip over my phone, not lose my new capacitor. I'm going to put the leg right there. Oh, this is... Fuck, where'd it go? This is a bad... Oh, fuck, am I going to bend this until it breaks? And I'd have... This is gonna suck. Okay, where's helping hands? There's a little microphone or magnifying glass, and it's all dirty and nasty. I don't want to stick my capacitor in one of these alligator clips because they're going to smash it. So I'm gonna do this instead. Let's get a pair of this, because that's proper soldering equipment. We're going to fix it until it's broken. Gonna get some of the shit on here like that. Well, it's probably not as much as I had hoped, but let me burn myself real quick. I can kind of put it on there, maybe left-handedly, if I can swap this around like so. Fuck, there it went. Damn it. This is where I lose my shit because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna get my hand right in the way of the camera. Fuck. I could just stuffed it around the other way. I spent too much time deliberating and not doing. Probably because I know what I'm going to do is going to be very bad. Left-handed soldering time. Beautiful. I could probably just flip the whole thing around and fucking burn myself. Oh. Come on. Melty, melty. Oh, come on. No turn. Do not turn. Yes. I have you now. Need something pokey, maybe. I'll just kind of, you know, do that number. Oh, fuck. This is going to be a long night. Wow, my first surface mount capacitor that I've ever done, and it looks fucking awful. Oh, look at that shit. It looks bad. It looks really bad. Ooh, it looks bad. No, wait until I have to kind of cram my soldering iron in between this shit here so I can do the next one. Alright, so I got shit on there, so I can grab this here and maybe yank it away. Oh boy, there we go. That's easier. I did that much faster and with less fucking with it. Would you like an ASMR of me rambling while soldering? No, I don't think anybody would. And I don't blame you. Alright, so I got more stuff done. Let's see here. I got... fuck, can't drop this screen. Shit. Oh, I can't. So I got that one done. I got these two done. Got that one done right there. I got those two done. For whatever reason, I've never really had this happen before. Maybe it's just this board. It's got black spots in there. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I've never had that happen, even with my subpar soldering skills and or tools. So that's kind of goofy. Hopefully it didn't like burn the board or something fucked up like that, but we'll find out. Oh no. This one don't look fun, especially with my camera in the way. This is gonna be good. This one's a 100 microfarad one, it appears. Let's see here, where do I have it? 100 microfarad, 25 volts. And this thing is crammed against this cable here, and it's gonna be a real pain in the butt. If I'm going to fuck up, it's going to be right here. I can't even get into here with my freaking camera here. Just jab it in there and burn everything up. Look at that. Oop. I'm getting the transformer hot. Or it can be like a giant pain in the butt. Yeah, just rip it off there like a boss. Oop. Shit, that's kind of toasty. Ow. Speaking of things that are toasty, that soldering iron kind of is too. Let me stand up. Maybe I can get into there this way, where that shit's not in the way. Just do a little twist like so. Get a little pokey jabby. Oh fuck! I'm gonna melt this cable. Oh wow, that don't look good. Nope. Get under there. No. Oh, that's not looking good. And it's getting away. Oh. Melted it. That's good. By good, I mean bad. I'm getting plastic on my soldering iron. That's actually not good. Ugh, it stinks. Okay, so now I made a mess. I put a big old dent right on... That's way too bright. Put a little dent in that connector there. Looking good. Alright, so... That means I have successfully, or at least to my knowledge, I have recapped the motherboard, or the main board, with the processor on it. We got all these, and we got these on the other side. So let's put this somewhere where the screen can get broken. And then, great. So I have a feeling that this is where the real fun is going to come in now that I've plugged my phone into power. These 4, 5... Look how small that is. Gross. Well, okay. I don't know if you can see that, but look at the legs on that... What is that thing? I'm not entirely sure what that thing is, but it has some gunky looking gross gunk here. Especially on that leg of that capacitor there. That's going to be some nasty shit. Well, no wonder I couldn't hear anything. It couldn't hear anything either. And so, soundboard, what shall we do about you? Well, I know. I'm just going to fucking dive in and say this one right here. Shit. Should I do the small ones first? I suppose I should do the small ones first. Oh man, this is not going to come off. Oh. Just fucking scratch it off, maybe. I'm just going to start melting the thing. Okay. That's going to be a problem. Let's find something to clean it with. Well, behold the water toothbrush. That's not going to do shit, is it? Sadly, I do not have any vinegar or rubbing alcohol. I gotta do something really stupid and get this thing all kind of. Here we go. Here's some of my fucking food grade machine oil. This will really clean things up. Here we go. No, yeah, that'll clean shit right up. Look at that. I ruined everything. Woo. If anything, that would make everything worse. Alright, my lack of material has officially made this a disaster. I'm going to go to Walmart. But I got another idea. So before my phone has a hissy fit, I'm going to do this just to freak out the people that don't like seeing shit like this. I have to get the oil out there somehow. That certainly is one way to do it, I suppose. So now, I made an unnecessary trip to the Walmart to get this. We have 91% isopropyl alcohol with which to clean my horrible mess that I had entirely too much fun making. There we go. This stuff's going to be nasty. Oh boy, here we go. I dare you to drink this. Okay. Lovely. Now I'm just gonna get some of this shit on here and let her rip. Actually, just dip it in here. Why not? Look at that. Ugh. Gross. Well, you gotta get all that oil off there. There's no better way than just dunk the whole thing. Nothing is guaranteed to make a electronic work better than to dump it in all sorts of fluids. Yeah, that looks like it's working a lot better than what I tried previously for no good reason. Well, in my sad attempt to desolder this thing, I ended up pulling the thing off to reveal a bloody mess underneath. Way to go, capacitors. You made a beautiful work of art on my circuit board. I love it. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to get this fucker back together and working. I'm not even worried about dumping it in water and all that stuff. That's child's play. I've dunked many a motherboard into the water. However, this thing is just kind of fucky. Alright, here we go. I'm going to attempt to put this capacitor on there now. This is going to be a real joy, trying to finger finagle this thing right into place here. Oh. Should probably invest in a pair of tweezers. However, that's too expensive for my blood. Wow. It's actually on there. Amazing. Now, I'll stick one of the smaller ones on there. Now, finally, the last three, which are all through hole. So that makes things incredibly easy, given that they aren't completely corroded and gross. Wow, this thing doesn't fucking work. As I said, when it works, it does, but not today. It just don't work. So I guess that just means I can reassemble the thing now, which is nice. We're on the home stretch, and I'm going to power it on and hope nothing explodes violently. Who knows, we might have a incident of smoking Game Gear. Uh-oh. Oh, shit, I should have thought of that before, actually. Look at that. Uh-oh. We have a capacitor sitting on my contact point, and fuck. Just, oh, it's bending. No, that's not good. Oh. We'll call that good. Yeah. Oh, don't pinch that cable. That probably wasn't very good for the legs on that capacitor, but I'm going at this with the philosophy of good enough and not perfect. And that's what it's going to be. Mayday. We have a problem. I think I have lost my rubber. Damn. I gotta take this whole thing apart again. So now I got it back together with all the buttons functional, as mushy as they usually are. I'm gonna install the battery covers for maximum comfort. No one's ever going to use batteries on this because it will eat them alive, and that is not a good thing. Well, I guess we'll try a game that I don't particularly care about, Chuck Rock, to test it. Here we go. I don't know if it's on or off right now. We'll find out. It is indeed off. Holy shit. It hasn't exploded yet. Wow. Well, it's not doing anything either. Holy shit. Oh! I think there's something wrong. What in the hell? What in the hell? Why is it so tiny? Also, the volume's not doing anything. The contrast does something, but why is the resolution wrong? Why aren't the buttons doing anything? Well, I don't know about you, but I'd call that a success. A resounding success of failure. I think I blew it up. Wow. I guess that kind of works now. Maybe Clax was just fucked up. So that's a weird half success, I suppose. But to be honest, that board with the soundboard, it's probably still got some sort of fluid on there from when I hosed it. Let's try junction. Wow. I always thought this game looked kind of cool. I mean, look at that. It's like a brain monster with an alien shooting lasers. Wow. But then you start the game and... well, this is fucking boring. It's a puzzle game. It's sort of like... it's like those sliding puzzles with the numbers, except it's a video game. And I think the purpose is to... get the ball through the... oh, shit. I'm not doing very well. Damn it. The thing I need is, like, clear over there. So it's basically like the sliding puzzle games, except on a timer. You're supposed to get through all these loops on the side. I guess I'll attempt to... win again, maybe. I think if I let the thing dry out, it might actually work like it's supposed to. But you'd think with all the cool intro and the cool music in the intro, it would be something kind of a bit more interesting than this. Out of all the games my grandparents had for this thing, Super Golf, this is probably the most memorable one because it is the only one that had anything to do in it. It actually had somewhat more memorable music, even though it's kind of irritating. It's really, you have to really hold this at a specific angle. Maybe if I just like kind of put my head down here, I could see it while you can't at the same time. Also, the contrast. It's not what you want to play with. Alright, so... I guess it's kind of like, alright, so that's how you choose your putter, whacker, medallion, but it kind of helps you do that, I guess, over time. Wham! I think that's the direction I'm supposed to go. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I guess it is. Okay. I don't play golf, so I don't know what the hell. Wow, that's pretty close, I suppose. Wow, I won. Actually, that means I didn't do completely awful. You know, I didn't like what Clax was doing before. So we're going to give it another try. I wonder if it will shape up. It appears that it has shaped up. There's always time for Clax, even though... Nah. Well, Clax is Clax. I'm not a big... I don't know how to play Clax. It's like lame-ass Tetris, except an arcade game. Here's a goofy one. We got Echo the Dolphin. Is it the sound of the sea? Wow. So beautiful. So calming. I think it fucked up. There we go. I think that's what it's trying to do. Make mating calls. Wow, so peaceful. Is this when everything starts like... Yeah, holy shit! I've actually only played this on the Game Gear. The other one that halfway works. I don't know what the fuck is ever happening. Well, that's a Game Gear. It plays old games. And it takes forever to fix. It's also a giant pain in the butt. Should you want one? Probably not. Get some other video game. Get a Game Boy. Those are better sometimes.